Okie doke, so it's our final day in the Disney parks. We had not planned to come to a park today, but we went to Disney Springs with some of our friends and had lunch at the Polite Pig, which was great, and did a little shop around, and decided that we would make use of our final day of the parks by going to Magic Kingdom. So we have done Genie Plus for today, and it's just gone 3 p.m, so we're getting into the park really late, but it's open until 10. We did plan on getting here a little bit earlier than we have, but we got stuck at Disney Springs with the rain, hence why my hair looks like this. So we had a lightning lane for Big Thunder, but it obviously got rained off. They closed the experience because of the rain, so they've kind of given that back to us to use when we get in here now. Your app will automatically update that and give you kind of like an open experience that you can go and use on a different ride if your ride closes during the lightning lane time, or you can save it and go and use it when you can go back on that ride when it reopens. So that's what we've done, and it also allows you to book your next experience too. So we booked Small World whilst we were at it, so we have 2 lightning lanes back to back to go and use. We're gonna go and do as much as we can, and find all of the most solar parent friendly ones to go and do. One of the perks of coming later on in the day is that you get parked right up by the front. So we're in Aladdin 208, so it's literally a couple of minutes to walk to the door. So that's great. And we're going to do the monorail because we're hot. It's very, very hot today. So we fancy the AC. So we're going to head on in. I know there's a few rides off the top of my head that are super easy. Security should also be pretty reasonable at this time. I haven't checked wait times yet to know where we're at with that, but I will when we get into the park. We're just going to kind of make the most of our last day and go for it. The full mum disclosure as always, the last couple of days have been a little tricky with some tantrums and whatnot. So we're just trying to make the most of it, but not pushing our luck. We did have a great day at Animal Kingdom, so I'm hoping that having had a nice day out seeing some more friends and doing some final rides will kind of help the ambiance at the minute. We also move out of our house tomorrow morning and into a hotel for 6 nights, which is more like an apartment hotel, the Wyndham on Bonnet Creek area. So we're still going to be very much in Disney and going to Disney Springs, but just no parks at that point. So let's get it. I also believe that the decorations are out for Halloween now. So, and I did just purchase the Halloween tote. First tip, there's a solo pairing at Magic Kingdom. Don't do the monorail. The hill to get up the monorail with a stroller with 2 kids in it is worse than half marathon training. And I speak from experience. Take the boat. Pumpkins over there. Very excited to see these decorations. Okay, let's go find our decorations. Fun fact, in 2018, very end of August, maybe early September, we did Mickey's Not So Scary. It was so much fun. Nice and quiet, loads of candy. And then I found out that I was pregnant with Arlo the next day. I wondered why I was eating all the candy. Had some serious candy cravings. And then the next day I found out I was pregnant. So there you go. So this is the first time he's going to see all of these decorations. It's cute. There's little scarecrows everywhere. It's pretty. Oh. Lots of pumpkins everywhere. And a little barbershop quartet performing at the minute. These guys are amazing. I would definitely advise you stop and watch them.
Hey, I'm thinking of a song that's practically perfect for this date.
just spotting all of the merch in the window of the stores. So the monorail is not something for a solo parent if you have a big stroller like I do. Luckily during the ride I got my breath back, just about, but that was a lot. That was pretty intense. And Sienna was like, "Woo, go mommy, go!" But I was dying. We're just heading around the back, well, in front of Casey's, as you can hear. A little guy playing on the old piano. We're going to head over to Big Thunder, go and get that done. My big question today to solve is, and I asked one of my friends earlier who was a cast member previously here, both of them are tall enough for Seven Dwarfs and Big Thunder, but obviously they only have one adult with them. So we're trying to find out whether we can ride those. Seven Dwarfs you cannot use with Genie Plus. You have to use, oh, the band's out as well. You'll be able to hear a band in a second. Maybe that's Clubhouse, guys. So it's an individual lightning lane that you have to pay for. Ooh. I got real funky real quick. Do I think it's worth paying for a lightning lane individually for? Depends how much it is on the day, because every day can be different. Depends if you've ever done it before. I have refused to pay for it today and just said that if we're going to do it, we'll wait for it. But I will wait till the wait times go way down. So we're going to go and ask whether we can still go on Big Thunder, thank you buddy, without me having another adult with me to chaperone the other child essentially. If they still run a single rider line, then that should be fine. But we will see. And then I'll keep my eye on Seven Dwarfs and we will get on that when it's going down a bit. We're quite happy to stay till quite late. We're going to do dinner here somewhere. So hopefully we'll find a little sweet spot for us to hop in line. I would probably wait up to an hour for it just because the kids love it. It was at 1:05 the other week and that's a big no for me. We will see. We'll see what it's at and how desperate they are. Park at the minute doesn't seem too crazy. We're just walking through Frontierland at the minute. So we're going to have lots of different videos coming up. I'm going to just do a brief one on Hollywood and what I would recommend to do with kids on your own. But if you haven't checked out Animal Kingdom and Epcot, those two will be up. And then we have lots of Hollywood studios with other people. Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, all the good stuff. So be sure to check out, like and subscribe. And of course comment below. Other than the front of the park, there's no real Halloween decorations anywhere. Whether they'll roll those out later or not, I'm not sure. I actually can't remember, to be honest. But if you haven't done Mickey's Not So Scary before, I would definitely recommend it. It's worth it, it's worth the money. It's an absolute blast for all ages. We really enjoyed it, the show was great. The raid's amazing, so I definitely recommend doing that. And they start it basically now. This is August 2023, and they run it all the way through to Halloween. So lots of time to do it. And the earlier you go, the cheaper the tickets are. The closer you get towards Halloween, the more expensive they go. And it's not every night, it's only unlimited nights each week. So be sure to check out the schedule and look at a few different dates and prices. Pick the cheapest one you can make, go for it. Still haven't managed to look at the wait times yet. Plan is to get in a line, do it then. I can see Big Thunder in front of me and it's 40 minutes. Park just feels, I mean you'll see there's barely anyone behind me. Definitely feels like it's emptying out a bit. The rain will have done that, the storm was bad. And it's the end of the day, so other than not so scary, this is the latest I've ever entered a park, or entered Magic Kingdom I should say. I used to hop into Epcot for dinner all the time, and we have passes. So it'll be interesting to see whether it's just a little less painful, especially as a solo. So let's see what we can do about Big Thunder. Okay, so the wonderful Catherine at Big Thunder was incredibly helpful and informative. Pixie dust sprinkled. She basically informed that as long as they're of the height requirement, which both of them are for this and for Seven Dwarfs, as long as a child is over the age of 7 or 7 and above, they can ride either on their own or these two can ride together with Sienna supervising a hollow, riding on my own. It's an age of 7. 7 is the kind of magic age that when you get to 7, as long as you meet the height, you don't need an adult to supervise you at that point. So these two are going to ride together, and I'm going to go in the back of the car, and we're going to rock and roll, aren't we, Glenn? Okay. Okay, we're all going to squeeze in one because we figured it's pretty... We ready?
Yeah.
You ready, buddy? We're driving. Wilderness. The wildest ride in the wilderness. My sunglasses on, probably. Well, those brakes are funny. Oh my goodness, it just gets, my hair's gonna get wilder and wilder as the day goes on. It's kind of done. So, we just booked a lightning lane for Pirates. We're gonna go do that. Seven Dwarfs at the minute is 8 to 5 minutes, which is actually not that bad. So I'm hopeful if we just wait like another half an hour, we're getting towards dinner time. When anyone that is planning to stay in the park for the night should be going for dinner, and hopefully it will drop down a little bit more. So I'm going to keep my eye on it. We're going to go get Pirates done. That's a great one, boat ride. Big Thunder, we've got 3 of us in one. Easy peasy, loads of room. Pirates is easy to do. Jungle Cruise is the same, loads of room. If you're a solo parent, really easy. And then Haunted Mansion, we might try and do, but I believe the 3 of us would fit in one of those buggies as well, so that's another option for you. Also around here, we were just walking around the back of Frontierland into Adventureland. There's a tiki room, which is great if you just want some shelter from the sun or the rain. Cute little song that will never get out of your brain again. There's also the Flying Carpets of Agrabah, so that's really easy. There's the same kind of layout as we had at the dinosaur one, Triceratops Spin. Great for family again if you're on your own, easy peasy. So that kind of covers Frontierland and Adventureland as far as solo parenting. So then we're going to head over to the other side of the park after that, Fantasyland and Tomorrowland, and make the most of anything that we can do over there. I'm not really figured where I want us to eat yet, but we'll figure something out. For now, let's get out of this blistering heat. Stand by a minute for Pirates is only 20 minutes. It's pretty good going. It's really not that bad. I don't know what it is. I'll be, again, full disclosure, I hate this park. Like, hate it. I've had more bad experiences here than good experiences. But this year, it's been so much fun. Really easy, really accessible. Hasn't been crazy busy. I hate the fact that you have to buy Genie Plus. However, if you do, it makes your day an absolute breeze. So it's kind of given me a bit of love back to Magic Kingdom. And normally I would avoid coming here like the plague, trust me. We once came here for Sienna's birthday. We hit like 3 little rides. She was only 2. 3 little rides. And then we very, very swiftly got on a monorail and went to Epcot because it was that torturous. So even for the love of my children, this is not a park. You'll see me having a blast in at any given time. Okay, Kitty Winks. Okay. But this year it has honestly been some of my fondest memories, funnest rides, and easiest of times. So I might be a convert. One of the good things about Pirates, it's very dark, sorry, is that they feed one side of the loading dock with a boat and with a lightning lane, and the other side with standby. So it keeps the line really relatively short. So that's great to
Drink up, lads. There's treasure enough for all.
So we're off Pirates, and we have walked through to Fantasyland. We grabbed some popcorn and some fruit ice bars, cold bottled water, and a Pepsi for the kids. And we have agreed that we would wait for Seven Dwarfs for 8 to 5 minutes. I'm hoping it'll be a little bit faster than that. Do you want me to take that out? But we did a restroom stop. There was one opposite Starlight Cafe near the Teacups, which is always quite quiet. So we went there, hung out for a minute, cooled off, and then got ourselves in line in a minute. So it's just before 5, so we'll see where we end up, how long it takes. So if you're in Fantasyland, a couple of options for you with kids. Teacups is great. You can go into the back area where there's like a circus kind of area, and there's a Dumbo ride there, the Barnstormer. If they're a kite, the same rule will apply, that it's age 7 can ride without an accompanying adult, or they can accompany their younger sibling. That's kind of another key roller coaster, which is quite good fun. It's a little bit gnarly, but it's good. There is also Peter Pan's Flight that we've just got lightning lane to go kind of, and also the Winnie the Pooh ride, and It's a Small World. So there's quite a lot. Also there's PhilharMagic, which if you have it good is great fun. There's quite a lot of options when you're in this kind of area for the kids. It's really geared towards small kids, and great for solo parents. So definitely an area to spend a good amount of time. We've also felt like the Magic Bands have really come into their own today. Although I will say Arlo has decided he doesn't like wearing his. We have found really fine Chip and Dale. We've seen Winnie the Pooh, Dumbo, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Minnie and Mickey, Pluto and Goofy, Donald and Daisy. All around like the central area where the castle is, there's lots of different characters there. My only criticism is that some of them aren't that sensitive, so when you're waving, my suggestion is to step back slightly rather than wave like right in front of them. They seem to work better that way. And whilst we're talking about things that maybe aren't working great, PhotoPass. I've done PhotoPass before, but it's always because I've had it included with an annual pass. And as much as I love the professional photographs, I generally don't get them done. I just like the ride photos. But we've had so many ride photos that are not ours. So we just ordered funny faces on the Pirates, got the photo through all excited, not our boat. And I've had it on probably 5 rides now where the photos that come through is not ours. So it's not really working at the best at the minute, whether they're just having a little bit of a bad time. It's super busy in the parks. But it's not something I would pay for separately at this point, especially with our phones being so good nowadays and you can just take our own pictures. And everyone's always willing to take pictures for you. So I would probably not pay for that if it hadn't come with my tickets already. Deciding to wait for Seven Dwarfs like we are, although you can see there's lots of fans around, a lot of the line is actually in the sun. So if you are going to wait for it, my suggestion would be to wait till towards the end of the day. It is about 5 at this point, and most of the line now is in the shade, so it's a little bit more bearable. But I remember doing this with Sienna years ago, and it was brutal because the first part of the line is completely outside, and there are trees, there are fans, but it's really not sheltered at all. So that would be my tip for 7 dwarfs. Okay, forgive me, my stick is in there. Are you going to help me push? And the sun is going to get in my eyes and then not be able to see. A couple of extra rides I forgot to mention in this area is the carousel, and also Little Mermaid as well is like literally parallel behind Snow White. So we just got off. The wait time was a lie. It was supposed to 8 to 5 minutes and it took 2 hours to get on. So it was 11 times. Then when we got there, they put us in the front carriage, and Ollie decided he didn't want to go with Sienna, and the girl that was in the party behind us had been put with me as a single rider. And I said, you know, he's changed his mind, he wants to ride with me, are you okay going with my daughter? And she's like, yeah, no problem. And then the cast member came and said, nope, you can't do that. And I was like, but she's fine going on her own with this lady, and he wants to go with me. Well, we can't separate parties. To which I said, we're not separating party. She's already supposed to be sat next to me. I'm just asking her to move forward a seat. And she was like, well, you have to chaperone your children. I said, yeah, but I'm still in exactly the same distance from my children as I would be regardless of where this girl is. We're all in the same carriage. She was then like, I can't ask her. And I was like, well, can I? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I just have. And she's absolutely fine with it. And she was like, well, yeah, you can ask her. So I asked her again. She's like, yeah, I'm fine with it. And the woman was like, we just can't ask parties to be separated for you. And I was like, okay. So I apologise if I misunderstood what you were saying. And she was like, fine, just walked off. Again, pixie dust. They all just were very frustrated. I don't know what's going on. But we got on the ride, it was good. Would I advise anyone wait that long for it? No, I wouldn't. We didn't intend on doing. We just got stuck. Oh my god, even the lightning lane was wild with kids so we committed basically at that point. And this girl was probably not trying to be rude to me, but it's just the same thing where I just feel like some of the grace and care and sweetness that a lot of cast members have had in the past just seems to have gone a little bit, and seems to be replaced with just frustration and bluntness, and I'm finding that really hard to deal with. And I'm used to being in Paris where it's very different in the way that people greet you. They're lovely and wonderful, but as Europeans have not as much of a kind of sweetness to ourselves as the Americans do. Whether I'm just missing something, I don't know. But I mentioned it to my friend before, and she'd said the same thing from them coming over here, that people just seem a bit more frustrated by things, whereas normally they're just so sweet and like, oh, well, let me explain it to you properly, and you know, don't worry, we all make mistakes, or we all misunderstand, or I'm sorry, maybe I didn't explain it properly. You know, everything's just met with bluntness, and it's a little weird, to be honest. I don't know if anyone else is finding this, but it's making me feel frustrated because we're here trying to have a great day. You know, and I don't really need like drama when I'm just trying to get my kids on a ride. We'll see. Maybe it's just me.
And off we go! Come on, everybody.
So Peter Pan done. I look at me really mean about the cast members. Just in line thinking, for every iffy, and not bad, it's just iffy moments, fraught moments, we've had 1,000 amazing ones. I feel like it's just one of those of like, maybe they need a little extra break here and there to recoup, or a shorter shift, you know, where you've got a bit more energy to deal with patrons. That's my thoughts. So we got off in Small World, like 10 minutes. So we're gonna hop on here quick. So you know what to do Winnie the Pooh, which is, I mean, Peter Pan I wouldn't line up for, ever. But people do, because it's so nostalgic and so classic. It's just very short and not really my thing. But Lightning Lane was great for that. Really just walking onto Small World. We're literally about to go in now, so that's what we're about to go across and down. So that's fine for that one. That won't be 10 minutes, it'll be more than 5. And Winnie the Pooh is one I would only do if you basically walk on as well. If you haven't done any of them, it's fine to wait, because we've done them so many times, and to me, there's better rides. But next thing that's happening, I've also ordered some dinner from Cosmic Rays. That's one of my favourite places to eat here as well. Really good burgers normally, and we like watching the aliens sing on the piano. That's always good fun. So we're gonna finish here, head over that way, do Winnie the Pooh, and then I've done a overall order, and I'm just adjusting the time as we go along to make sure that it's at the kind of time when we're going to be over there. So this done, Winnie the Pooh done, food time, and then all those requested to do buzz. So I'm going to try and get a Lightning Lane now. Good job. We are currently on our second vessel. The first, I'm going to crack for them. This is so cute. The signs for Minnie Mouse! The boat that they put us on originally was tipping to one side apparently, so they just got us all out, put us on a different one, so we're going around Patrick's World. I apologise to all viewers that this will be in your head. Back home. Always talk about these creepy hyenas appearing in Paris. not these gals. We'll do a shout out on that one in a second. Been a long-lasting joke that my husband says I dance like these girls. I wish. But that's how you are at the beginning of the day of Disney. And then you end up like the slower ones by the end of it. I love this room. I was once in this room and somebody said, I think this must be Iceland. Which I totally get, that it's like everyone's in white, but it's actually all of the country is put together. All just in white versions of their outfits. There's our boat that they put us on and took us off. R.I.P. boat. Helen or Martin might mention creepy hyenas, but what about creepy clowns? Oh, I have nightmares. From being quiet to wild in a matter of seconds. We've just got off Small World. We survived it despite our broken boat to start with, which was quite funny. And so now we're just going to go to Cosmic Rays and grab some food. I've just checked the time I ordered it for. It's working out perfectly. Then we'll do Buzz, because we'll do the People Mover, and then we're going to try and get out the park pre-fireworks, or at least whilst they're on, so that we don't get stuck in a rush and get out and complete that part of the day. And my two black boats, but we're not massively into them. I think next year will be different. And I'll be up for that then, because I don't mind them staying up that bit later on. We're just 9:30 at night to just be doing fireworks here is a little bit on the late side for me when these ones have been at it all day. So next year, we're a little bit more grown up. Sienna, my Disney vlogger in the making, has just pointed out to me. Okay, hang on, you gotta pull. Here you go.
So I basically just recognised on Snow White. We should have actually gone earlier because, well, yeah, later, because there was no queue from outside but a queue inside, and it said 70 minutes, so let's go.
So to clarify, it's 8 PM or 8:15, and there's no outdoor line that we lined up for probably over an hour in.
Inside where the gems
They were living an inside bit, but basically the wait time is saying 70 minutes, which is one of the lowest ones that's posted that we've been here, or is the lowest so far. So maybe leave it till everyone's having dinner, getting ready for happily ever after, and don't get stuck in a 2-hour queue like we did. I got a cheeky little allergy burger with fries. The kids got grilled chicken burgers with fries and cuties and juice. So we've got all three of us in one car on Buzz. I am in charge of the spinning. Sienna has a laser gun, and so does Arlo. Whoa! We are ready to roll. There is a couple in front of us that have got a car each, and they are taking it very seriously. Like, you don't need a gun, this is just great entertainment in general. And then every now and then you just spin everyone. And it's oh yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
Mission accomplished.
Okay, Bursden, I've decided I'm obsessed with the people that were in front of us. They were so sweet. They were like waving at Buzz. All grown adults waving at Buzz, giving him a thumbs up. They had got like 85,000 views on it. So impressive. But that was good fun. I'm gonna do these tricks. I mean, people probably have good aim too, but I would also like to know, I need to like Google all the tricks to get all the points. I did know a few of them on some of them like years ago, and I couldn't even tell you what rides they were, but I need to learn some new ones. Okay, on to the People Movers, our last ride of the day. Oh! Oh my god, I think just hit Arlo in the butt. Are we ready? All the rice. Ready? No. Huh? I will. You ready, bud?
This is the TTA Blue Line, non-stop service around Tomorrowland.
This is a lie. If you don't do the People Mover, what are you even doing with yourselves? This is like the best thing ever. I love this ride.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers, and welcome aboard the People Mover,
Trying to look pretty
presented by
cool.
Enterprise. I'm Morak Phonic, your guide aboard this highway in the sky, the absolute best way to see tomorrow.
People Mover takes you through different shops and rides and just generally around Tomorrowland. Nice bit of air.
Tomorrowland Record Plan. Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future, right by two of my favorite spots. Except actual stars. Those are no longer sold. And Tron Light Cycle Run. I love a good circuit, and these are two of the best tracks in the cosmos for a bit of
Attention all visitors from Galaxy N31. Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles.
Sienna has just pointed out how crowded it is around the castle, and I'm hoping it's just not stopped down Main Street yet. We still have over half an hour until the fireworks. Feels that way. Capacity is definitely a little less than 10 billion people, but I'm hoping we're going to scoot round through the little undercover restaurant area, come out near, I want to call it the Crystal Palace, but then I don't realise it's called in Paris, in Disneyland Paris, and kind of just get in down towards the stores, even if we walk in through the stores all the way down just to get away from the people. But this is going to be a bit of a wild one, so bear with us. We've just seen some of them starting. It's actually a really good little view of the beginning ones. I'm going to concentrate from going downhill there.
Are you behind us right now?
Yeah, baby. So when the fireworks are all about to start and they're all lined up, if you're in Tomorrowland and you head around the corner, so you're going to go where the dessert party is, then you can get through there really easy peasy, which, by the way, I've never seen one of those like that up close. I've seen the one at Epcot a little bit from afar. I really want to do one. It looks really good. But if you go up through that way into the tunnel, where it's a lot quieter, and then they had cordoned off from where that restaurant was, which I still can't remember what it is. They cordoned off and put a backtrack in, and there was lots of statues there, all set up for Mickey's Not So Scary. It was also, I'm pretty sure when I ran a half marathon, I ran through that bit too. And it brings you up by the Mickey meet and greet. So it's really easy to scoot through without being stuck on Main Street. It takes you right to the exit. So do not fret if you are trying to get out of the park. Durango before, if you're at one of the sides of the parks, then you can easily get out. On the monorail, you obviously go through the contemporary and Polynesian, but literally contemporary, but the Grand and the Polynesian as well. And I was just chatting to Sienna, and a guy overheard what I was saying, and we began talking about Spirit of Aloha. And I probably have mentioned this before, that used to be a really good dinner show, where you definitely went for the entertainment, not the food. The food was fine, but it wasn't amazing. But the dances, it was a Polynesian themed, dances were amazing. And I had seen that a couple of them were doing a night when there was a Polynesian theme at Boxy Park, where we used to go to all the time in Lake Nira. I recognised one of the girls from one of the posts, but sadly after COVID they decided not to bring the show back, and they're now building what he seemed to think was a DVC tower, which is great, but that show was amazing. So if you didn't get to see it, I'm sorry, and if you did, the Spirit of Aloha lives on. Don't want to deal with the Main Street chaos, I would suggest, I mean it's hard to see because my car is on so the lights are in it, but just sitting in your car and watching them with AC, because it's real pretty. Okay, we made it back to the car. We watched a bit of the fireworks display from the parking lot. So all in all, a very good day. We're all very tired, aren't we, kiddies? It's just zoned out. So thank you for watching another Magic Kingdom vlog. Hopefully this has been helpful to anyone that's solo parenting around the parks. It's not as terrifying as you would think it would be. We've had an awesome time. The kids' highlight was Seven Dwarfs. I liked Big Thunder better today, but yeah, we all had a great day. So any comments or questions, please feel free to write them down below or follow me on Instagram and contact me through that. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next vlog. Say bye!
Don't forget to like and subscribe!